What up? What up, y'all? It's your man D Real, the Black Panthers, talking to Urban Jungle and Vibranium Adidas, bringing you this special movie preview edition of Be Real with D Real. It's your man D Real. Let's just get into it. Uh, Friday, March 5th was the premiere of the Coming to America sequel, which is appropriately named Coming to America with a number two. Eh, Clever, cute. Okay, and pretty much everybody who was in the first Coming to America, whether they be live or dead, made an appearance in Coming to America. So, I mean, people like Mad Sinclair, who are no longer with us, we got like a brief shot of her from the first Coming to America. Same thing with Samuel L. Jackson when he comes in that scene where he's robbing the McDowell store. We get that preview of him. Not only that, get to see the legendary James Earl Jones again. I didn't think he was gonna make it for that movie, but overall, I think what Coming to America was about nostalgia. There were a lot of nostalgic moments, and I know over time since 1998, the original Coming to America has been shared with generations. You know, your kids are watching the original Coming to America and loving it and laughing it. It's overall it's a great movie. I would dare to say Coming to America should be ranked like at least in the top 10 uh funniest comedies of all time. I mean, because literally I laugh nonstop at the original Coming to America. Now, I just watched Coming to America last night. I watched it, with my people, some folks that I know funny, and know Eddie Murphy, and overall they were pleased with the movie. They liked it overall. If I about a good 10 people in the room, I would say 8 of those 10 people were like, "I'm feeling this movie. I like it." Okay, for me, that second Coming to America, like I said, it seems like what they're going for is a nostalgia appeal kind of thing. We're trying to tug at that emotional string that we know the first Coming to America generates for you. So we're into that. We're feeling it. We're in that same kind of vibe, that same kind of energy, but then we're exposed to some new things. Okay. Now, before I get into the meat and potatoes of it, let me say this. If you're watching on YouTube and you're watching on the Be Real with D Real page, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe to the page, because I'm trying to retire and be not world famous, but a pretty well-known podcaster. And if y'all can help me do that by giving me some likes and subscribing to the page and hitting the bell. I think I got a bell down there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a bell down there. And if I don't, y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's just get to it. All right, here we go. The plot of Coming to America should be obvious from the previews. Eddie Murphy has a son. Eddie from the first, and I know what you're saying. You're like, wait a minute. He didn't do nothing with nobody. He was just with Lisa. Well, it's a sequel, and they can add or take out whatever the heck they feel like adding or taking out. Like, for instance, now that I think about it, I didn't see Lisa's little sister. Or maybe I did see Lisa's little sister and I missed it. And I didn't realize that wasn't her or whatever, but she wasn't in the movie. I don't know if she passed, if that actor passed, but she was not in the movie. So don't be looking for her to be whopping and dancing and doing some stuff like what she was doing in that first movie. Second, I think what they were going for in the second movie, they didn't And I don't want to be mean because I genuinely liked the movie, but I don't think they achieved what they were going for. If all they were going for was nostalgia, then yeah, they succeeded sparklingly. If they were going to put a new twist on Coming to America, they didn't. It was that same twist with new and older people. But anyway, the plot of the movie basically is during that time when Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall was in the club cruising for chicks, they actually found some, and it was Leslie Jones, Big Les, and one of her homegirls. Long story short, Akeem's illegitimate son's mama is Leslie Jones, and she had to get him. She had to get him high to smash with him. So there you go. That's what happened. And then the ironic part is, the fantasy that all men dream about. Your baby mama and your other baby mama becoming homegirls because they was both from Queens, and they was like, yeah, that's my homegirl, and they was doing a Humpty dance together and all of that. So yeah, that aspect works out. Ain't no baby mama drama jumping off. So nope, you don't get none of that. Okay. And what I mean by nostalgia, there were lines spoken in the original Coming to America that were spoken in this new Coming to America. Like, for instance, there was a similar situation where Lavelle, that's the son's name, was in Zamunda, and Wesley Snipes' character, who kind of plays the antagonist in the movie, General Easy. And he killed me the way he come in with that pimp walk every time. They was trying to train Lavelle not to walk like a pimp, but then General Easy, every time he slide up in Zamunda, he come in there, walking like Willie Dynamite or somebody. But anyway, he he becomes, the crown prince or whatever. But the problem with that was, okay, Eddie Murphy, I'm calling him Eddie Murphy. Akeem had 3 daughters. So, according to Zamoon, the law, only a male heir can ascend to the throne and all of that kind of stuff. So, he got these bomb daughters who, can do and say and be everything, but he's overlooking them because everybody else around him is telling him, you didn't put the stem on the apple, son. So the crux of it is that it's Akeem's pride mixed with Lavelle's hood ass family. Because you got, like I said, you got Leslie Jones, you got Big Les playing Mary, the mom, you got Tracy Morgan playing Uncle Kareem. Okay, that's them two alone is just like hood as hell. You can't get no hooder than that. And then you have Lunel, of all people. Lunel, wow, glad to see you in a big time movie, Lunel. But yeah, Lunel, she's the kind of actor who says a whole lot without saying a whole lot. Lunel reminds me of that auntie you got who sit in the back with that pint of Hennessy under her boobs, waiting for something to jump off so she can pour out drinks for everybody. That being said, essentially the plot becomes like a family identity thing, and Lavelle turning around and doing the exact same thing his father did. I don't want to marry this chick y'all throwing up in my face. But you got Tiana Taylor, and I'm like, okay, why is she moving like that? Why is she walking around like Aaliyah, who when she was playing Akasha in Queen of the Damned? Why did she have that little snaky kind of sachet when she was rolling up? But I mean, it worked because I could tell, I'm looking around the room and everybody's like, ooh, she's captivating. So whatever. The sex appeal thing worked. But ironically, she is the niece of Vanessa Bell Calloway's character that she played in the original Coming to America, and General Easy's whole thing about trying to get somebody married off to Akeem's family is because of how Akeem did her in the original movie when he had her arf, jumping on one leg and barking like a dog. When Eddie Murphy's wife, played by Sherry Headley, Miss Lisa, gets pissed off at him and they're having an argument, she gives him attitude and goes, well, I ain't do you see me barking and jumping on one leg? So yeah, they make reference to that quite a bit. Just like they make reference to a lot of things in that movie to the original. Long story short, I'm not saying don't watch Coming to America because it's got a lot of funny moments in it. But for a sequel, excuse me, I'm going to drink my tea early. For a sequel that took 30, 88, 98, 2008, 33 years to make, I'd have thought they would have thought it through a little more and came up, with a better plot than the same plot that was in the first movie. The son does not want to marry who we putting aside for him to marry. We want him to be free to make his own choices. We want him to do what he wants to do. And just like Jaffe did for Akeem, he changed laws that said you had to marry somebody who was from Africa or Zamunda so that he could marry Lisa, much in that same way. It's like, okay, Lavelle don't have to marry no princess. And that was the gist of Coming to America. A lot of Coming to America, like I said, is filled with cliches from the 1988 movie. Like I said, there's a lot of reference and quotes made from the previous movie. I mean, of course, there's going to be reference made. It's a sequel, but word for word, okay. I need some original stuff going on, and I think a lot of it felt rushed. Like, okay, I found you. Come to Zamunda. We're gonna have our little fall. We're gonna get together. We're gonna love it. Then we're gonna have a falling out, and then the plot's gonna progress. Which is and that's how you have to look at it. A lot of what went on is simply plot progression, but it was what I like to call the triple P, which spoils a lot of movies. Predictable plot progression. Okay, when you got the triple P going on, that kills about 30% of your movie enjoying experience, because as the movie's occurring, I'm like, I know what's getting ready to happen. I know what they're getting ready to say. And especially with Coming to America, there's a lot of moments in that movie where it's like, I know what's getting ready to happen. Just like there's a scene where Wesley Snipes comes in and Akeem and his son aren't around and they expecting, okay, you finna marry my daughter. And the only person there is Eddie Murphy's oldest daughter. And, we know she's nice. We saw in the beginning of the movie that she was nice with the bow staff and that she was nice with her hands. And Wesley Snipes tells his goonies and his goons and henchmen and all that, grab her. We're going to take her as hostage. And as soon as these cats grab her and they start walking, she break out and start, getting buck nutty on them with the skills and whatnot. So who didn't see that coming? I did. I think everybody in the room was like, oh, because I could hear, oh, yeah, she getting ready to whoop somebody ass. And that's essentially what she did. There was a nice dynamic of anger and contention going on between Tracy Morgan's character, Uncle Kareem, and Simi. They had a little back and forth banter going on, which I found funny. As always, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio's dual roles, the barbershop guys, the dirty pastor, all of that, all of them, and yes, you see Randy Watson in the movie with sexual chocolate. So never fear. How can we not have something related to Coming America and not have Randy Watson from Sexual Chocolate? Right? So, I mean, it was overall, it was a very nostalgic movie. It pulled on your nostalgia strings, but overall, I don't feel like it did anything that eclipsed the second movie. I mean, eclipsed the first movie. The whole idea of making a sequel, right, is making it better than the original movie. It's a good movie, but I hate to say it. When I got done watching Coming to America, it made me want to watch Coming to America, if that makes sense. Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you do, anyway, either way, comment below. Tell me how you feel. Well, it's on the side with me, but below the side, wherever the comments are, comment and tell me what you thought if you saw it. Tell me what you thought about Coming to America, and if you thought kind of the same things that I'm, saying in this review. Overall, I got a 1 to 10 meter for my movie previews, and for Coming to America, I give it a solid 7. Solid 7. It's a good movie. It's a good entertaining movie. It's a good diversion if you ain't doing nothing. But if you're expecting it to be better than the original, it kind of falls short. It kind of falls short in that area. I was expecting more. I was expecting that curve that's going to make it uniquely Coming to America and not Coming to America. And unfortunately, it never hit that place. I mean, because when you talk to people about Coming to America is like the greatest comedy on earth to a lot of people, especially us. We like, man, you got some big shoes to fill trying to do a sequel to Coming to America. And I'll say they got 80% of the way there. That last 20%, they just didn't hit it. They just didn't hit it. And like I said, comment. Give me your comments. Tell me how you truly felt about the movie. First, watch it, and then tell me how you felt about the movie in the comments. This has been Be Real with D Real for the Coming to America review. I will be back with another hot podcast, another hot video to let y'all know about the edutainment tip and what I'm doing. But until then, y'all be good and y'all be good to each other. I'm out.